Hi there, welcome in. How's everyone doing? Grab your cup of coffee. We're going to do a Divine Masculine reading. I have been getting some really strange and interesting energies this weekend. So I thought I would dip into that this morning, shuffling a deck to see where the Divine Masculine is. I've got 3 cards out already. I feel like I'm going to get some more. So just settle in and let's take a look. And as always, you can watch this as a relationship reading or for your own inner masculine energies. Not quite sure if I will be dipping into the feminine energies today or if I'll do that separately. Keeping in mind, we did have the new moon in Taurus yesterday. I'm recording this on Monday, the 28th of April, 2025. So we are still in that energy, and that was an energy of, going for the real deal now, no more settling for anything less. I'm hearing watering the garden, taking care of what's growing and getting rid of the weeds that are hindering any kind of growth. So I feel what I was picking up this weekend with the Divine Masculine was I was feeling this, well, I'm just going to say it, it was this energy of fear in the field. And I feel, well, that's right. According to my ostomy, she just decided to say, yep, that's right. I apologize if you can hear her. Can't shut her up. So, but there's this fear in the energy field of, now I need to get real. Now I need to buckle down and take the action and do what I know I need to do to get back home. Doing what I need to do to get back home. Wow. And home is in quotations, of course. It's just wherever that is, wherever the Divine Feminine is, right? Is there anything else from this deck? Kind of feeling maybe one more. What do we got coming in here? There it is. All right. Let's get those over there. So, I haven't looked at those yet. So the first 3 that came out was I got Go Now, Yes, and then these 2 feel like they go together. And then I've got the Health and Healing. I feel like the Divine Masculines are recognizing, they're answering the call. They're saying yes to the universe, to their higher self, to the nudges they're receiving, to, number 1, take better care of themselves, which means getting rid of, leaving situations, people, places, things, mindsets, patterns that no longer serve them. Whatever has been keeping them, whatever they've been allowing to keep them away from the physical manifestation of their Divine Feminine is it's being bulldozed out of their life. It's being excavated. I keep getting that word for the Divine Masculine. Last few readings, I feel I've received that word. I feel like, and they're listening. They're listening. I also got, you can do it. Yes, you can, Divine Masculine. Divine Feminine has all the faith in the world in you. Drink more water and write. These are some guidance cards. I feel they're being, being drawn to write, create, keep their bodies purified and grounded. this health and healing energy. Kind of with, I'm going to say it again, I've said it before in the last few weeks, there's something here about with thoughts coming out about the emerald tablets. You may need to read those, that's for some of you. Spiritual law of attraction. I feel like right now the divine masculines are recognizing how when they align with the energies and keep out of, whatever they, whatever's been keeping them looping or stagnant or just stuck in a situation, they're recognizing that by choosing to remove themselves from that or remove that from their experience, they're recognizing how their energy, their vibration rises, and then how the good things come in, the things that they want, they desire. They're recognizing that they have the power to alchemize their situation and manifest what it is that they desire. I feel like that little bit of a fear in the energy field I was picking up this weekend was maybe a little bit of a questioning with the divine masculine, is, because whatever they're removing, whatever's being removed, however it's happening, whether they're choosing or they're just in alignment with the universe and have surrendered and allowing the universe to excavate things out of their experience, however it's happening, I feel like they may have questioned whether or not they're doing the right thing, questioning whether or not they can do it, maybe a little bit of doubt within themselves. It is definitely a time of journaling. Divine Feminines, I do want to say to you that journaling, that right card, I want to encourage you to do more journaling, because I feel that we will get a clearer picture of where your divine masculine is, inner or outer, by putting thoughts or emotions onto paper, how it comes through the arm and out the fingers onto the paper, and then the eyes receive it in a different light every time you read it, right? There's something there about gaining clarity through that process. So, all right, let's take a look at the tarot. Tapping in a spirit to the divine masculine collective. Yep, look at this. Ace of Cups comes out with the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, where they may have been shut off, closed off. They're opening themselves up to really feel, I feel like right now they're really overflowing with emotion, and it could be a little overwhelming for them, for sure, because they know that now is the time. Now is the time to get real. Now is the time to get down to the nitty gritty. I feel like that came out the last video I did. And they need to move away from things that have been keeping them from their ascension, keeping them too grounded in the third dimension, because now they're integrating their feminine energy, right? Yes, the divine masculine grounds union energy. They are the the workhorse is what I'm hearing. They are the physical. They manifest. Interesting. Well, because of what just happened for me, nothing is an accident when I read. There is something in their field that's trying to pull them off. It's trying to distract them. It's trying to distract them. Let's see. Hang on here. I gotta figure out. Suddenly, I see trying to get into the 3D to figure out. I still didn't do it. Okay, there it is. To put my phone on Do Not Disturb. That's what this is. They're in a higher vibration, and they're learning how to still be in the physical, while still maintaining that vibration. Let me see if I can try to get back here. I'm going to pause for a moment. I'll be back. All right, let's try this again. Divine Masculine, what other messages you want to bring through here? So they are walking away from anything that steals their peace of mind. I'm just really feeling that they get here, they get to the silence, they get to the stillness, and then there's some old stuff just crops in, and that says that little devil on the shoulder kind of energy, like, you can't do this. What are you thinking? You're safe with who you're with. You're safe with where you're at. You're safe in that job. It's all you've known. They're waking up to that. They are recognizing what needs to be healed within themselves. And they recognize that they can't just walk away from another situation and right into something with you, Divine Feminine. There's a healing process. So right now, if you've had any kind of communication with them, or not, but there's some silence coming in here. Much needed silence for both of you. So take advantage of that, Divine Feminine. That's a lot, but I'm taking them. I don't know why I'm whispering. Starting at the bottom, they're saying, yeah, Queen of Pentacles. I just heard I'm getting my shit together. Getting my shit together. Eight of Pentacles, yep, doing the work. I'm putting the effort. I'm putting the effort. I do want to say the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, if you have been putting in the effort, they're recognizing that, and they understand that it needs to be reciprocated. Okay. Two Swords. But there's a wobble. A wobble came out in the angel messages for the week. There's a wobble. There's a crossroads. Can I do it? This is doubt. This is questioning themselves. I can't see the way forward, so how do I move forward? You move forward. Divine Masculine, you move forward. In your power, here he is, or they are, showing up in their power, ready to take action, ready to take control of their lives, their situations. Okay, being told to bring these two out together. Moving away victoriously from any illusions. Seeing them clearly. Making a choice. Making a solid choice. We do have 2 8s here. So, and it's been coming up for me quite often. So, got two 7s and 2 8s. So between and 2 4s. All right, so the 4-4 portal, stay with me here. April 4th, the 4-4 portal began this. This is where the Divine Masculine got a good dose of the reality, the people in the reality, what was stable, what was not, what was healing, what filled them up, what didn't, what they were allowing to hold themselves back from what they really want. They saw that their foundation may have worked for a time, but there's a call for a new foundation. Could have left work, changed jobs, or just come into the recognition that a job didn't fit, or a partnership didn't fit, a friendship didn't fit. They were holding on to something and now they're recognizing why they were holding on to it, like seeing things. So we had in the beginning of the month that full moon that was about, trying to see where it was, full moon in Libra on the 12th with Venus direct in Pisces. That was a moon of seeing the true colors of things. So that was a 4-4 portal, right? Now we're moving ahead to the 7-7 portal. These are both sevens. 7-7 portal is July 7th. It's always a twin flame portal. For me, at least. You know, my tag number is 717, so that is our number for my twin flame connection. So on the 7-7 portal, there's more clarity that comes in in reference to what they need to move away from. I am kind of feeling that by the 7-7 portal, they're seeing the fruits of their labor. They're seeing victorious. I'm hearing miraculous things happen in their life that are clearing these energies, this confusion, these illusions. No longer having to fantasize about something, really solidly moving toward it. So by July, you may have, at the very least, have a very strong energetic presence of the union. And by the 8-8 portal, I've been talking about the Lionsgate portal. Again, I'm feeling all of these are talking about releasing, letting go, moving away from ... whatever that is for the divine masculine here. For some of them, you're moving toward more work that you're more aligned with, and that is energetically reciprocating your time and effort that you put into it. I feel by the 8-8 portal, this is no longer about walking away. It is like a daily practice now of making sure that what they've walked away from is solidified. But now it becomes walking toward their destined path and putting in that effort more and more, because they've seen how when they do that, good things come in, you know, the law of attraction. They're recognizing how I don't want to make it seem like the divine masculines have been clueless this whole time. Some of them have. I'm not going to lie to you. But this masculine energy that I'm reading currently, I feel like I want to say they've known it and they've chosen to ignore it. No judgment, right? Come on, divine feminine. Look at all the years and all the times that you've kind of, nope, don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Nope, don't want to look at that shadow. Nope, nope, nope. It's too painful. Nope, it's not my person. All to have the universe put that person or that thing like right in front of your face so you can notice it and take note of it, right? And if it weren't for the physical distance between you and your counterpart, you would never have come into this strength and this confidence, knowing that you could do it because they gave you that opportunity. This I don't know why I just had to say that 3 times. Divine masculine has known it, but was just hiding from it. Well, of course, we all know it. Anyway, it's the human that gets in the way. It's the karmic debris that we've got to clear out, that we can't see, the forest for the trees, because we're just so focused on, the 3D, the manifestation of this. This has gone way beyond the physical manifestation. There's, yes, that's a part of it. That's the cherry on top. That's the gift. That's the, whatever. I don't want to say gift, but that's what came out. I have a different viewpoint. Spirit knows, but I'm not saying it's not a gift. Don't get me wrong. Let's just keep going. Talk to me about this 8 of Cups, Divine Masculine. Yeah, walking away from tradition, walking away from a traditional marriage, walking away from traditional mindsets and how to do things. Walking toward their spiritual path. Divine Feminine, you have been this mentor to the Divine Feminine, or to Divine Masculine. And they're walking straight toward you. Energetically, in the astral, in the physical. What is this 2 of Swords? Some of them are in a crossroads. I just saw the 10 of Swords and the 4 of Wands, but it didn't flip out. So there's a 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups on the bottom. Yeah, they are at the bottom of the deck. 10 of Cups, 3 of Swords, Empress. There you are in Justice. The Divine Masculine is bound and determined to make this right. They are facing everything. I gotta say it. Gotta do it. They're facing all the years, all the times, all the missed opportunities, all the whatever they've done in the name of this connection. They're alchemizing everything. Going from confusion and procrastination to determination and truth and clarity. Look at these major arcanas. Jesus. And there's the 4 of... No, that's... I can't even read the cards correctly. Wow. I'm being told to hold off on those other cards. But see if they come out. Some of them have been holding back getting single. Some of them have been holding back for whatever reason. Let's get another one on that. 2 of Swords. Thank you. 6 of Cups. Yeah, definitely recognizing, the Divine Feminine as their partner, their person. To me, this is the minor arcana of the Empress energy. Before she fully comes into her own, this one wants to stick out. Queen of Cups. I do want to say that some have had past lives, karmic contracts to clear up with others. Could be mother, could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, a water sign, doesn't have to be. But to me, this is just saying where the divine masculine has not wanted to see, where they've tried to convince themselves, but they've, if they don't see the divine feminine, if they don't open their heart to the divine feminine, that it just goes away. Well, when all of these things are closed off, all the other spidey senses come online, right? The telepathy, the feeling the presence of, because you're so highly in tuned when you're blindfolded and limited in other ways, however way you got there, right? But this was a choice, which, I gotta say, it was a much needed choice, really, because without that crossroad, they couldn't have come to where they are now, recognizing that the divine feminine is their person, is their past life soulmate, it is their twin flame, however you want to say it. Although soulmates and twin flames are entirely different entities, in my opinion. Moving in what direction? Actually, let me see. Are there any? This chariot is not moving. Actually, the sphinxes are taking a break. They're resting. Yes, says my ostomy. All right, Rosie. So there could be a little bit of a stall. Not for very long. Because the intensity is building. There's a third 8. Yes, the intensity is building. Communication is building. Truthful communication, honest communication, clear communication. Because this chariot is the 7 card, I'm going to say by the end of the week, or by May 7th, you could receive, there's a good potential for you to receive communication from your counterpart, from this divine masculine, male or female, that is very raw, vulnerable, honest, the most truthful they'll ever be. I'm hearing the most truthful they'll ever be or have ever been. At the very least, the intensity starts building. So the communication could start in the astral realm, in dream time, telepathic messages. I'm actually feeling this is more either a phone call, text message, face-to-face. Talk to me about this communication, the energy. There is at the very least, there's just the universe is moving the energy. Another ace, yeah. A new spark. Big old match. Relighting this match. Relighting something that's built on truth and clarity this time. Because in the past, it could have been built on half-truths, illusion. You know how in the beginning, when you meet somebody, like when you're, growing up, you meet somebody you like, and the conversation is all about trying to make a good impression. They don't have to do that anymore. You do have 3 aces on the table here. So a new beginning in love that's passionate and exciting, and it's full of clarity and truth. You will have no doubt, divine feminine, because the divine masculine has no doubt. We are missing the Ace of Pentacles. We will see if that wants to come out. If it does not, I will search in the deck for it. Actually, I think I might do it because I'm not sure if there's any other questions I want to ask. What do you want to say? Anything more you want to say, Divine Masculine, about, well, my hand's on the Seven of Cups, so let's take a look at the Seven of Cups. This confusion, clearing this confusion, making a choice, making a clear choice, I'm hearing. Yeah, it has been, there's been quite a few wobbles here. There's been some energy in their field that has, that's where that fear is. That's where that fear is coming from that I was talking about. Can I do this? They've got this devil on their shoulder saying, you can't do this. They could have a spouse speaking, you know, sending evil eyes, you know, toward them. Yeah, this toxic energy, whatever they're walking away from, okay? This energy is freaking out because they're losing their grip on the Divine Masculine. And because of that, it gives the Divine Masculine a little bit of a wobble. Midweek, I'm hearing, midweek. So between now and Wednesday, or whenever you're watching this, there's just something here about that energy trying to get back in, and it's what it's trying to do. It's trying to mind fuck the Divine Masculine. But I gotta say, I feel like the Divine Masculine is actually holding their own. Very balanced, strong and sure. They're like, okay, I recognize this. I've been on this roller coaster before. I've been on this rocky road before. I've been on this turbulent water before. And I can do it. I just feel like that's that devil energy in the Nine of Swords. It's what I've been picking up. It's not theirs. It's what someone else is trying to put on them. Get what I'm saying? How are you dealing with that, Divine Masculine? As graciously as I can. So what they're doing, what I'm hearing this Divine Masculine say is, I'm doing my best not to revert to old patterns, because in the past it would have been a fight right off the bat, or I would have walked away, you know, and been I'm hearing the term non-compliant, but that's what they're doing now. They're not allowing this to pull them in, so they lose themselves again. I feel like I want to say this Divine Masculine. Just got chills. You see the goosebumps on me. Just got chills. This Divine Masculine is fighting. Yeah, they are. They've put up some damn good boundaries, and I am hell bent to keep them up. I am not going to let anyone else trample over them, especially myself. So this is very trying for them right now. It is very trying, but they are determined. So there's another 7. (2023) was a 7-year. So go back to, if Divine Feminine, if you journal, go back to the 7th of July of 2023. I'm going to write that down for myself. And see where the vibe was for you guys back then, for even yourself, and see where your masculine energy was. But this masculine energy is fighting tooth and nail to get it right. This masculine energy is finding good balance between doing the work, putting in the effort, not for union outside of themselves, but for union within themselves. They're taking the time to sit and smell the roses, to sit and enjoy a cup of coffee and listen to the birds in the morning. I'm seeing somebody sitting on a back deck, just wee early hours of the morning, just listening to the world wake up, having a cup of coffee. Yeah, they are determined to uphold these boundaries, and they're recognizing, you know, when it may be faulty, and they're shoring that boundary up. I do want to say I feel like this energy here is really giving them a run for their money, but it's not anything they've not gone through before. So if your divine counterpart is with a karmic partner, the karma is done. The debt has been paid years ago, in this connection that I'm picking up on, and it's just that karmic partner has held on with everything that they can, even, oh my gosh, even to the point of feigning an illness. I'm hearing feigning an illness to make the divine masculine stay. Oh, that's very interesting. I had a ex-husband, before he passed away, do that. So now I get it. Now I get it. Okay. This card wanted to come out. 10 of Wands. I'm hearing divine feminine. This is for you. This is saying to you from the divine masculine that I do not want you to feel what I'm going through. So I, from time to time, will pick up the burden and carry it myself. And this is one of those times. They are taking full responsibility for where they're at, for what they're doing, and how they're doing it. Well done, yeah. Because why? Because they've answered the call. They're facing their shadow, if they haven't already. For those who have, they're just reaping the sensation of victory and self-mastery. But they've heard the call. This divine masculine has heard the call, and they've answered it. They have certainly answered the call. So I've got another 8 on the table. 3 7s, 3 8s. So 777 portal. 2 years ago, the 888 portal. Those 2 journal entries for you, divine feminine, may hold some significance for whatever reason that's coming through. I did want to look for the Ace of Pentacles to see what's holding up the physical manifestation of this energy, of this connection. Okay. Wow. I love that. I love that. Okay. Ace of Pentacles in between the Lovers and the Tower. I feel like it has a lot to do with them facing whatever is at the end of whatever this is for them. Whether that's pushing through a divorce, whether that's pushing through leaving another situation, a job, connection, because of the Lovers here. They've made a choice for the highest good of themselves, to benefit themselves. And I feel like all hell is or has broken loose here. All hell has broken out here. I also feel this is saying that they don't want to feed you too much information, Divine Feminine. They want it to be a surprise. So take that however it resonates. But there's a lot of healing around that. Those 3 cards, Archangel Michael was there with the Temperance energy. Yeah. Let's just get one. Well, hello there. Trying to get my shit together here. Something just kind of went wonky all of a sudden in the energy. That's how quick it's changing, and some of it leaves the Divine Masculine really reeling, but they find their footing again. I'm hearing one of them say that it's akin to whiplash, but they're doing it. They're not backing down from it. Karmic clearing. That's what they're doing. They're heavily in that now. Okay? And this is the card that came out, slipped off the bottom when I was trying to get it out of the box. First ray of power. Kind of feels like a magician energy. Let's see what that says. I love this. The first ray of power is energy of conscious destruction. I love that. It can be used in a healthy way to eliminate the past and allow for a fresh start. Eliminating the past, allowing for a fresh start. The first ray also carries a frequency of leadership. It can assist you to stand in the truth of your light so others can find their way by it. It helps to strengthen your willpower so you can accomplish any task you choose. The Ascended Master El Morya, which is a twin flame Ascended Master, by the way, brings you his particular blessing and encourages you to believe in your own strength and take the initiative on what matters to you most. Wow. This Divine Masculine. Yeah, exactly. Finally, when this ray makes its way into your life, it is time to accept the loving gauntlet being thrown down by the universe and take your hands off the controls of your life. This is surrendering. This is working with the energies of the universe. Clearing. They're very, very, very aware of what they're doing and what's going on. And this one, sixth ray of devotion. Look at that. God, I love that. They have, I've just got goosebumps all over. Let's take a look at this one for a moment. It was, yeah, very devoted, very not backing down like that Seven of Wands. The sixth ray of devotion bestows the qualities of persistence, unwavering focus, and intensity of feeling. It is a gift of the strength to move mountains with your will for what you love. When the sixth ray of devotion appears, you're being given guidance that even if you do not seem to have much worldly power right now, the power of your beliefs can conquer obstacles. The Archangel Uriel helps you receive the blessing of the sixth ray. Now, seriously, this divine masculine energy, this collective I'm tapping into, they're not backing down. They've done it too many times in the past, and they feel like shit because of that, because they've allowed themselves to do that. But they are understanding that that had a purpose as well. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. I may definitely pick up some energies of the Divine Feminine in another video, because she certainly is going to be feeling all of this. And I'm hearing, yes, I do. I feel all of it. I know all of it. And it's my pleasure to pull my energy in and allow my Divine Masculine to shine and do this themselves. So recognizing that it is a partnership, that the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, the dance that we do, right? Look at that. Picked up the deck just to shuffle these in. Two of Cups, right there. Six of Pentacles, reciprocity, mission, being of service, giving to others. Can't make that up. All right, guys, that is it for this reading. Well done. I love this. So I have a feeling for many of you, this is just going to be a confirmation as to where your Divine Masculine is. But for others of you, just know they are doing the work. Because if you are, they are. And I feel like I just get a deja vu. I feel like I've said that at the end of another Divine counterpart reading. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for joining me. As always, I love you. We'll talk soon.